All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Loan for Cards, and I have my guest here, twodrunk2drive, aka his name is Jesse. He's a Twitch streamer. He plays a lot of first-person shooter games, I guess, like Tarkov, Hunt, Destiny, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, all that cool stuff. So thanks for coming on here, Two Drunk.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Cool. So this is a really relaxed podcast. Just wanted to give a shout out to my friends. I consider you as a friend because that you've been
Oh, for
streaming
sure.
and you've been doing this grinding this for almost a year. So I applaud you for sticking around. A lot of smaller Twitch streamers are they give up usually after 6 months or so when they get low amount of viewers. And
Right.
obviously, I'm not gonna lie, you do have a small amount of viewers, but you're still grinding it, which
Oh yeah.
I see the passion there. So, I just want to get to the bottom of this, like on the Twitch streaming side. Like, what is your plans? Like, what is your career plan on streaming?
Streaming. That's a good question. Because honestly, when I started, I just wanted like what I have right now: 10 or 15 people hanging out, having a laugh, getting drunk, and playing some first-person shooters. Right.
Yeah.
As for the future going forward, the only thing I really have in mind as of right now is just keep building one sub at a time, and ultimately just doing more scenes and really just having a good hang and drinking. To be
Yeah.
honest.
That's why his name is Too Drunk to Drive, because he likes to
Right.
drink his whiskey, his bourbons. A lot of times, he gets hammered, and yeah, I seen him drink a lot, and surprisingly, he could handle his liquor pretty well. I don't really like the stuff that he drinks because it's a little bit lower end for me, I could say, but it's still good stuff. He likes his
We,
Jimmy
we,
Beans and his Woodfords and stuff like that. But it's all good.
yeah, we polished off the bottle of Woodford last night, and tonight it's finished in the last of the Jim Beam. Right.
Yeah, nice. So, I know you have a full time job, right? Regular full time job,
Right.
and
Right.
your Twitch thing. You're trying to do it like several times a week. Do you think that your plan for you're saying one sub at a time? Is your plan that if the streaming part becomes more lucrative, I guess, in like income wise, that this is something that you want to do as a full time
Oh,
job?
I would love to do it. I would love to do this as a full time job. I've always thought that, but right now I'm working for Ford Motor Company,
Okay.
union job.
Okay.
It would have to take a lot for me to get rid of the Ford position that I currently have.
So what do you do?
Well, yeah,
What do you do actually at Ford? The assembly line. You're an assembly line, or you're
yeah. So I'm working in the pit
Okay.
at an assembly plant,
Okay.
doing mostly building trucks, but just put on running boards. So I'm underneath the vehicle all day long in like this 2 foot trench, and honestly, it's very repetitive. We do about 400 vehicles a night.
Wow. So you basically use the machines to put the parts together, right? So they have
No,
machines.
no, these are the machines. We,
Oh,
we just lift them up.
damn. So you do like
I
hard.
take.
Wow.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So we just lift. I mean, it's just running boards. It's two guys. So I have a
Okay.
partner that
Uh huh.
we just sit there. We talk about streaming all day as well. He's getting into it
Okay.
because he's been working with me for about 6 months, and he has to listen to my Tarkov stories every shift. I'm like, bro, like the videos, like that Woods video that you and I made.
Yeah.
I was out there, and I was like, I probably showed it to him 3 times. I was like, all right, so check this out. Like this is where, and then ultimately he bought Tarkov last week and a
Oh,
PC
cool.
yeah. So he was a PlayStation guy, and
Wow.
kind of converted him to the master race, and because he got sick of just hearing the stories. He wanted to be a part of it.
Part of it. Wow. So you actually bought a new computer just to play with Tarkov then, or does he enjoy other games or?
Yeah, he's a Blackout guy.
Okay.
That's all he plays is Blackout,
Okay.
and then he bought the PC because I told him that's the way you want to stream in order to have full control of your overlays, and it's more versatile for a streaming device compared to just the console, right? Because I mean we've all dabbled with console streaming. That's ultimately where I started, was on the Xbox streaming with just bare bones video, right? And then I ended up getting this PC, and I realized I was wasting my time on the Xbox.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh yeah, I put 10 years on that bad boy, and
Yeah.
uh, like I couldn't believe it when I got this thing.
Yeah, this guy's still drinking, even on this podcast. That's classic. That's too drunk for you guys. He's drinking his whiskey. Or what do you? So you finish your Woodford. So what are you drinking now?
Jim Beam.
Jim Beam.
Jim
Okay,
Beam.
going back to your Jim Beam. All right, cool.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, all right. So I just spent a whole day being dad, right?
Uh huh.
We're talking. The kids got off of the bus at 4. We're talking easy bake oven, slime, Beyblades. Been playing it for the last 3-4 hours, and then read Star Wars stories to them by 8 o'clock. As soon as they're in bed, I'm out there in the kitchen pouring a drink, trying to relax. So yeah, this is me trying to play catch up. Finally slowed down.
So you're doing a full time job and you're doing the streaming. You're streaming a pretty good amount of hours. I mean, besides the fact you want a holiday break, I mean, we'll give that. But besides that fact, you do stream a good amount of hours. How does your wife feel about this? By you streaming?
Oh, she thinks I'm silly. Her and I are black and white, big time. She's on the total opposite side of the spectrum. She's all about shopping, and she's. I met her in Tokyo, a Japanese girl, and she just does not see the point of gaming. Right? She's all about just saving money, but that's what kept me shooting straight at all times. She's been my rock for sure.
Wait, so how did you meet her in Tokyo?
I was working for Disney on Ice over there in about 2008, I would say.
Okay.
Halfway through my Disney career, and she had just came as a traveling local, and most Japanese people don't speak English, and so I was just doing my regular old gaijin spiel, and she was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I was like, "Oh, she speaks English. Okay, hey, how are you?" We just hit it off. We hung out for a few months, and then we went to a different tour, and I went to a different tour, and we ended up contacting each other over Facebook in about 2009, because I knew I was going to be on the same tour as her. So I was kind of like setting it up for the future, right? Being a planner. And when we went to go do a European tour, we started dating. And so about a year later, I proposed to her in Niagara.
Wow.
And we got married in Hawaii.
That's crazy. Wow,
and then settled in Kentucky.
And you guys end up in Kentucky. Wow. So
Yeah.
did she not just use you for the citizenship or what?
No. No, she went to high school in Louisiana.
Okay.
As a foreign exchange student, and then went to Sacramento Community College, I want to say.
Okay, Sacramento. Okay, that's in California.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And she's always had a thing for white boys.
Okay, so she had a green card before you guys got married, or what?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a process.
That's yeah. So did you get an interview and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure you didn't get paid off to bring her to America.
Oh yeah, but they knew what was up. I mean, they seen the pictures. They thought we photoshopped our album, because you had to bring a photo album of things that you've done.
Yeah.
And we bring this photo album, and we're flipping through it, and it's Stonehenge, the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, the 101 building in Taiwan, or Taipei. Yeah. So you got all these different places, and they're like, "Is this green screened?" Like, no, this is just what we've done.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was cool. It was a good time. I really got to get all that out in my 20s, where I was having fun and just flying by the seat of my pants. I didn't think I was going to get married and have kids, I'll tell you that. But about 27 years old, I'm in Australia, and that's when I contacted her. I was like, all right, I'm just another, a dime a dozen guys like me. And she was the coolest chick I've ever met, and I got really lucky landing her.
Wow, that's a real like a Notebook love story right there.
It was.
That's pretty crazy. So she is a Japanese-born person.
Yokohama.
So does she have those Japanese like culture? Did their parents like disagree that she's not marrying a Japanese person, a man? Would you have any problems with the family, anything like that?
Her parents always knew that she would probably marry a foreigner, because she spent so much time overseas, and her parents are awesome. Her mom and dad. Her dad took me right in, and we hit it off all the time. Every time we go there, him and I at the dinner table drinking some Asahi super dry.
Oh yeah.
Eating fine cheeses, and just having a laugh his English isn't the greatest, and neither is my Japanese. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where the jokes are made. We'll
Yeah.
just sit there, be sipping a couple bourbons, and laugh and joking. And it's been really good. But I did get some backlash when I showed my tattoos
Oh.
with her grandfather.
Oh, grandfather. The grandfather. That's straight up generation one, and they go hardcore right there.
Well, they've seen it firsthand,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Yeah.
I want to say he was probably born in the 20s.
Yeah.
But he wasn't there for the war. He was in Australia as a translator for Toyota.
Mm.
But yeah, thank God he wasn't in the war or anything like that. But
Yeah.
you, I don't know. He pretty much stopped talking to me. And one day I showed up and I had like a 3/4 sleeve and just got a little peek of the Hong Kong dragon I got on my arm. And he never said another word to me. I felt really horrible. I wish I would have covered it up because in Japan that is a big deal now
Yeah.
to have
Yeah. That's
your
the one.
tattoo show. Yeah, especially with in presence of your elders.
The old people. Yeah, the old people
Mhm.
don't
Right,
they
and
like their
especially
traditions
in that
and stuff like that.
public pools,
Hmm.
onsens, and stuff like that. And I was just naive gaijing and just kind of a just a dumb
Yeah.
20 something,
Wow. So
you know.
did your wife take your last name? I'm obviously assuming.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Because
yeah,
they're
she did.
pretty. Yeah. It's weird. Like on certain Asian cultures, like most of them will take the man's last name, but there's certain
Right.
Asian cultures that don't. They keep their maiden name. It's sort of weird how that sort of works. But yeah,
I
but
get it.
Japan and Korea are very known that the women wants to take the man's last name, so that's one of the reasons I asked that. So she took your name. 'Cause if she born
Right.
in Japan, she probably wants to do that to be loyal to you, to show the
But
loyalty.
she had ended up keeping um, her last name, and we just put it as her middle
Middle
name
name, okay, okay.
because being Japanese, she didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a middle name, and
No, okay.
just
That
worked
works.
out perfect.
That works out cool.
Right?
So you said you have kids. So are your kids American citizens, or do they have dual citizen with Japanese citizenship?
I don't think you can have dual citizenship with American Japanese because of something political. I don't really know, but I do know that my kids have to choose at 19 or 18.
18, yeah, okay.
At a certain age, they got to choose if they're going to be Japanese or American citizens.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Right.
All right.
But I'm pretty open to all of it. I was honestly thinking about retiring in Japan.
Mm.
I think
It's pretty.
I almost went there. I was almost a bartender. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna be a bartender at the Gaijin bar and just hang out. And I don't know. I thought I was a party animal.
So
But
you
I
know how
just-
to make drinks? Do you know how to make the most of the regular popular drinks?
No, I mean, I make a lot, but it all comes with firsthand experience.
Okay.
Right? I know how to make the drinks I like,
Okay.
old fashions and
Okay.
stuff like
Wait,
that.
wait. So let's talk about this because I love old fashioned. How do
Yeah.
you make your old fashions? That's one I'm curious.
Okay, so you start out with your raw sugar, right?
Raw
Sugar in the
sugar.
raw,
Okay.
and then some bitters, and give it a light muddle,
Okay.
right? Then add in your ice, pour over your whiskey, give it a brisk stir, shave an orange rind, rub it on the rim of the glass, twist it over it, and throw it inside. That's it. Keep it simple.
Okay. So no cherry for you then.
No, the cherry, maraschino cherry is fine.
Okay,
But
okay.
it's optional. It's
Okay,
optional because
okay.
I mean, honestly, like fruit, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, the maraschino cherry is definitely a must. We took some old fashions down this week.
Yeah. I prefer instead of using the raw sugar, I like using the simple syrup because
Yeah.
it dissolves a lot fast. It's already dissolved. Like the sugar,
Right.
it takes some time for it to dissolve. So if you use simple syrup, it already dissolved and it mixes in really nicely.
Right.
That's how
No,
that's how
I believe it.
Yeah.
See, this raw sugar. Are you chocolate milk fan?
Of course. Who doesn't like
Right. So like
chocolate milk?
when you stir up a chocolate milk and you get to the end of it and you have that chocolatey treasure at the bottom. That's like what the raw sugar was like. You're done with your drink.
Yeah,
and then
see,
you got
see,
this,
that's why I don't like that. See, I don't like the chocolate
sweet treat at the end.
on the end. I like it all mixed together, so you drink it all at once. So,
I gotcha.
all right. So your career path. So say that you're streaming. Hopefully, it doesn't happen. That your streaming doesn't work out, and you're currently still working at your job. Like, do you have like a career path that you feel that you have with doing your job that you're doing right now?
Oh, with working at the factory? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, my, I'm fourth generation UAW.
Okay.
My family's from Flint and Detroit.
Hmm.
It's all they ever known.
Great
My
water, by
my
the way.
some of the best. I couldn't drink the water until I was 8. All right, but my great grandfather used to work for Henry Ford himself at the River Rouge plant in Detroit.
Wow.
I mean, it's like it's it's good enough for me. It's good money, and I can provide for my family. And the cost of living in Kentucky is really low, so it all kind of works out. If I was making my annual, say on the West Coast or Northeast, I probably wouldn't. I would be struggling.
Yeah.
But here in Kentucky, it's simple. Like I said, I'm trying to go buy a house here shortly and another house. Get out of where we're at right now. We've outgrown this place. But as for a career, say streaming doesn't work out for me, I don't think I'll ever stop streaming. I really find it entertaining having everybody hanging out and laughing and joking, and it really brought like single player gaming and just gaming in general. It's a hang. You're with your buddies, you're laughing, you're joking, you're having a good time. And I've never had as much fun gaming as I have in the last year, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You're a streamer yourself. You know what it's like. I really struggled keeping the same squads together. Like I like having um, continuity and routine. I'm a very routine kind of person, and when your squad's unreliable and stuff, because I just had like guys from work or family members, but now in the Twitch community, I found gamers that are similar to the way I like to play, and I pretty much tailored my squad from Twitch, or like handpicked guys, or guys have reached out to me, and it's an awesome community. It's amazing how much fun it has been for the last year, hanging out with people and meeting new people. I met, like you said, my grandfather was one of the first guys that helped me out, and talking about grandfather Hermit, he really opened my eyes to what Twitch had to offer. To be honest, him and Beard, it's been a really good time, man.
That's Beer 2G. If anyone wants to
Beard
know,
2G, yeah, but yeah.
they're little smaller streamers, but they're a little bit more popular than Two Drunk to Drive. So they help them out a lot. I do follow and watch both Grandfather Herman and Beer 2G, so I know exactly what their struggles are and what they're going through. And to become a full-time streamer is it's a pretty big grind, and it's hard. What do you think, like in your opinion, or your thoughts of what do you think that needs to happen for you to become more popular streamer on Twitch?
Oh, one hands down, I need to be a better shot. like all right, charisma's one thing, and having fun, and being able to like accept loss, that all comes pretty fairly easy. But what people want to see is winning. Right?
That is not 100% true. I tell people that I watch streamers, and don't think this is like I'm like boasting myself, but I helped a lot of streamers that were small like you, and helped them
Mm-hmm.
grow to become a partner and big streamers. I mean, I've been through it. I've been on Twitch since Justin TV days. So I started from the beginning. So I did watch a lot of streaming. So like to your thing is that there are several different types of streamers. There's a streamers like Shroud that can just kill.
Right. The
Not
guys
much
have
not
gone.
not much personality. I mean, like, if you technically watch Shroud, he's not a entertaining streamer, but he's a entertaining gamer. Okay, there's two different things, right? Now, entertainment
Yeah, well
streamer
put. Yep.
is like Doctor Disrespect. He's not the greatest gamer, but he's so entertaining. But he's good
Right.
enough. He's good enough that will
You got it.
put into that edge. So
Yeah,
you
you
gotta
got
you
a
gotta
complete
understand
package.
complete
Right.
package,
Go.
right? So
Mm.
like just to name a couple streamers that I really enjoy watching that are really huge, like Summon 1G, very
Yes.
great gamer, very good personality, very entertaining. So people like that, like Summit, will be like one of those guys. If you say, hey, name the best streamer, I would say Summit will be the best streamer that I know, because he brings up everything. He reads chat, he talks to them, and stuff like that. Lyric is the same thing. Lyric is another streamer. He's a variety
Right.
streamer, and people say you have to have a webcam to become streamer, and Lyric just proves to everybody wrong. He gets 15 to
I
twenty
agree.
thousand concurrent viewers and doesn't show his face at once in Twitch. And because he's so entertaining and is still really good at games, I mean, he's legitimately really good at games, and that's why he's one of those guys that are, in between, not a pro gamer, but not a bad player. So he's, so like to your sense, it's like you want to be really good. No, you have to use something that you are really good at, and I think for you to do is your charisma. I think you have the charm, and that's why I think I sort of have faith in you, and I believe in you. So don't quit. I have to say, you have to keep on working on
Well, I'm
your
not going
on your
anywhere.
stream.
I appreciate it though. I appreciate it.
The
Yeah.
one thing that really kills me though with like a lot of streamers is that even if you're a very small streamer, like you sort of stop talking. Okay, you understand? Like, okay, why would you talk? Well, talk if there's no one
Hold on,
there.
hold on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
And this is the part we're gonna edit the video to
This
see
is
why.
part of life. I'm sorry. What's up?
But we're not cutting this out. This is
We're not
the
cutting
raw.
it.
This is raw footage. We need the raw
Hey,
footage.
Come on, say hi to YouTube.
She's like
Super excited.
She's like later, nerd.
Yeah, it's pretty much what she said. She said later, nerd.
Yeah. So basically, so what I was saying is that, the thing that really troubles me is that people like small streamers, their mentality is like, well, no one's watching me, so I don't really need to talk. No, that's really the wrong idea. You sort of want
I
to
agree.
talk consistently, even though you don't have one view in your channel. It's just so that it helps your mental game on streaming that people are watching. So you
I
have to
agree.
sort of practice that. Always look at your chat, even though it's dead, and as soon as someone says hello, respond back as soon as possible. Because one thing, Too Drunk, you have to understand, some people want attention, so they come to smaller streamers to want that attention. So
I
for
agree.
you to give them
I
that
agree, yeah.
attention, just to say hello, they might be the one below. Okay, oh, he's talking to me. Like good examples, like Escape from Tarkov, when the Twitch drops came and it got all crazy. A lot of people that saw the game wanted to play it, but they're not gonna go to the big streamers and ask questions like Pestily and people like that. They're gonna go to the smaller
Right.
streamers that's streaming the game and ask them real legit questions. Like, hey, so how do I mid up? How do I do hotkeys? How do I do this quest? Even though this is all on the internet, right? But they still want to ask somebody because they want that, the human
It's
interaction.
convenient. Yeah. You get that the connection. Connection. It's important. You see it a lot with those small streamers that or small view. Like I don't want to say small viewers, but there's viewers that come in. I've only been at it for maybe 9-10 months, but I've seen a broad spectrum of viewers, and they've been really great because you can see the ones that come in and they want to just chat it up, and they're awesome. And that's where I meet a lot of some great guys that are still hanging out in the channel right now, just because of what like we said. They're looking for an interaction, and I am too. And you come to these small channels, and we're just laughing it up and joking. And you probably seen it today when I had the morning stream. I only had like 2-3 people in for the longest time, but I don't know who's in there. So you just act like you have a large group in there. And even though I'm talking to myself, I know that I'm talking to my chat, so it makes it less awkward. If I didn't have this microphone here and I wasn't streaming and I was talking to myself, it would be weird.
Yeah, that's sort of weird,
yeah, but it's almost the same thing because nobody responded for the longest time. Even last night, we got that big old raid, and after a while, things calmed down. But we still chatted up for maybe 3 hours without getting a chat message. But I don't let that stuff discourage me.
Yeah.
You can't give up on video games and even streaming. Like, I got the big enough rig, so I'm gonna stream while playing the games I love, and streaming's really been fun. It really has been. Meeting these guys like Nino and I could just name drop every streamer there is out there that has been awesome to watch and hang out with, and you see them doing the same things. That whole hunt community is amazing because you'll go from channel to channel all day long, and you'll see the same streamers and the same viewers all having a blast amongst each other. One day everybody's watching this guy. The next day, everybody's watching this guy, and it's super. I can't even put it into words. It's interesting, exciting, a breath of fresh air. If you get what I mean. I don't mean to come off like a sap, but
No, no, no.
it's
I totally understand where you're coming from. I've been in this gaming thing and streaming thing for a very, very long time, so I know how it is. And the one thing I want to tell new streamers, it's like, don't do this as a hobby, like, because if you treat this as a hobby and just doing it just for fun, you're actually taking views and taking money from other streamers that are doing it for a full time job, a real career. So I understand, streaming might be fun. I want to show my gameplay, but at the same time, you're like another vendor trying to open up a McDonald's that's just selling food for free. So I want to encourage the smaller streamers, the streamer that are trying to make it big. It's one of the streams, and like I myself, I stream too because I wanted to see if I can do this full time. And for me
right.
to do it full time, I need to make a lot of money, to
Right.
support
No, I
myself.
agree.
And
Yes.
it's time consuming, but if you're dedicated enough and you keep a good schedule, I think that's one of the most important things. I talked to some of the big streamers, like what helped you become a big streamer as you become, and they say it's consistency. So they
Yeah.
know
I-
every single time when you're gonna be online. I'm gonna be online at 7 p.m. every single day, or every day, and Sundays I might have off, whatever. And if you keep that consistency and have the people come watch you, more and more people, because people are like fanboys and people like to follow and tag along, and if they see some more people showing up, they'll hang around. And people, more people show up, you get more crowd and more crowd, more crowd. Oh, what's this guy up to? That's exactly what happened with big events that happen, like the Tarkov drop. Why does Pesky
yeah.
have
Oh, yeah.
20,000 views? Now he has 30,000. Now it's 100,000 views. Why is everybody watching him? So everyone just followed along just to watch to see what's going on. So it's one of
Oh,
those.
that was awesome.
It was
That was
awesome.
probably the
Yeah, it
coolest.
was.
That was probably the coolest thing I've seen in I guess 2019, or when I woke up that morning, and I didn't know what the drops were. I had no idea. And then I started reading Tarkov on Facebook, going through a couple of the posts, and they're like, Tarkov just beat Fortnite. Tarkov just beat Just Chatting. I was like, get out of here. And I'm looking. And they're like, Pestilly's got 70,000 watching him. I was up north. I was nowhere near my computer. And I was like, damn, I want to be home. I want to play. I want to watch, I want to see what's going on. I felt that buzz. I felt the buzz
Yeah,
from
I felt
Twitch.
the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody felt it. That's why everybody came
Mhm.
out. That didn't even have
Yeah.
Twitch. They signed
Right.
up for Twitch and they started watching to get that free drops. Whatever it took. So I mean
Oh, yeah.
that's a real big boost. And like
Speaking of drops, what was your best drop?
I got the red pickaxe. That's probably the best one.
The Sturman's axe.
Yeah, the Summer axe. That's like worth like 2 mil, something like that. So it's pretty
Right.
good. Yeah, I got a
Yeah,
key
I got that.
tool and some other like couple 100,000 stuff. Yeah.
I got that T7, which
Oh.
is currently it's about three mil right now. And then my very last drop was a lead X. I was like, oh, here we go. Right. I got a fort armor, but I already lost that. Labs. We're not gonna talk about that.
My first drop that I got was 3 grizzlies, and I was like, "What is this shit?"
Oh, I believe.
Then I got like 6 matches. I'm like, "What is this?" Then it started getting
Right.
better, and I got some other better stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Then they'll throw you 5 water filters. Here you go.
yeah.
I got 5 gas tanks too.
Those are pretty good to use. Oh, gas tank, they're very useful.
Right.
But yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for doing this. I wanted to give a shout out to.
Thanks for having me, man.
To drive. All the links gonna be down below with this Twitch channel. You have a YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat,
Discord,
Grinder. I don't just everything.
Yeah.
So, I'll
Yeah,
put
no.
everything down below. Make sure you check them out. I don't expect everyone to come up and check them. So when do you stream? What days do you stream? So people
Mostly
can know.
stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday night. And those are my big ones.
So three, yes, 3
3 night
Three night
streams, and
stream.
I try to get 2 day streams. If I don't have a lot going on in the week, because I'm a father to husband and full time employee at Ford, I try to get those 3 night streams and 2 day streams out. But most of the time, it's every Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do some Jackbox or first person shooters. This weekend will be a Jackbox stream, just to get back into it. I wanted to play Tarkov for the last 2 Saturdays. I couldn't help it, being off on the holiday, and
Yeah, for sure.
you gotta do it. But yeah, I really appreciate you contacting me to do this podcast. It's been a great time. We definitely gotta do it again.
All right, sounds good. We'll definitely do it again, and we'll talk about some other random stuff. I didn't end up like wanting to talk about Twitch streaming in general, but it ended up being that way. I want to just make it a flow to go, but
No, that's fine.
all right. So guys, thanks again. Watch, hit the like, subscribe. Make sure you follow Jesse twodrunk2drive on below. There's the whiskey that he's drinking on this side. All right, guys. Peace out. Thanks for watching.